Namaste, I'm JV Dr. Sapna Khelot, and my session is on methods of exercising power, measurement of power, and the importance of power. So, methods of exercise power are the following, जो generally हम discuss करते हैं, like persuasion, reward, punishment, use of force. So, what is a persuasion? Persuasion is the most effective method of exercising power. Most of the work of international organization consists of the effort of the various delegates to persuade one another. Then it comes to reward. Offering reward is another method of exercising power. A diplomat may change the policy of his country to win the appreciation of another diplomat from another country. Rewards may be psychological, material, economic, and political. Rewards may be in the shape of military aid, loans, or gifts. Then punishment. Punishment is a method of exercising power. Rewards and punishment are closely related. Then use of force. Punishment is threatened as a preventive measure, but when it actually carried out, it becomes a use of force. So what you have seen, तो आपने क्या देखा कि जो methods exercising power में generally there are the four. The first is the persuasion, the second is a reward, the third is punishment, and the use of force. Now come to the measurement of power. Generally, it has been there are the four methods of measuring power. Power can be measured on the basis of the official position of the actor. The next is an independent agency of eminent and impartial observers may be asked to evaluate the power of the actor. The right to participate in decision making may give an idea of the extent of power of the participator. A comparative study of the activities of the actor may be enabled to measure the magnitude of their power. So, but these methods are not only methods to relied upon by the researcher who should be willing to use other method of power measurement. As a matter of fact, exact measurements of one power is difficult because power in the ultimate analysis is distributive. The masses are too important to be ignored in analysis of power. There are always some invisible pressure behind power. Thus, a capitalist or army man may be exercising real power while the ruler may be just a titular head. Now, what is the importance of the concept of power? If you can say that power is an important concept of political science, generally you can say कि it is also if one of the finest या एक बहुत एक जिसे कहते हैं ना कि एक political scientist थे डाल जिन्होंने एक बात बोली थी कि nothing is more likely to be led to bad political strategy than to misunderstood power, too impulsive. The political structure for to be misled about power is to misled about the prospects and means of stability, change, and revolution. He also added that those persons who use their power judicially succeed, while other persons who did not do so fail miserably. Generally, you can say in fact power is an exceptionally difficult concept to tie down. There are several factors of political life where power, which has proved to be effective in some sectors, proves to be completely ineffective in other. Power is a descriptive concept, but cannot serve as a theory of politics. Power cannot be treated as an exclusive or even the primary factor in shaping politics.